Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jonathan Thames of Rosie and Ernie Productions, and welcome to the Multimedia Megafan channel. On today's video, we're talking about the 2018 James Wan film Aquaman, which is part 6 of our DCEU reviews, and it was released in December of 2018 when DC fans were extremely uncertain as to what to expect from any future projects. But I think the majority of us would agree that this movie was a big win, and we definitely needed one. The film was directed by James Wan, who was best known as a horror director that first gained notoriety for the first installment of the Saw franchise, and he went on to direct other highly revered horror films such as Dead Silence, Insidious Chapters 1 and 2, and The Conjuring Parts 1 and 2. Prior to doing this movie, he also directed the 7th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, Furious 7, which I haven't seen personally, but it rates pretty well on IMDb, and it was obviously impressive enough for him to be hired on for another high-profile action film. And I have to say, I think he did an absolutely amazing job with this movie. Everything is very stylishly pulled together. The locations and set designs are the real showstopper in this movie. There are so many different beautiful landscapes that act as settings for different scenes while the characters are on land, and each of them have really awesome establishing shots. I mean, seriously, if the rest of the movie was removed other than these establishing shots, it would literally be like watching the most stylish travel video ever. And the look of the underwater scenery is amazing in my opinion, and really creates a mystical and magical sort of feeling for the scene set within it. The area known as the Trench in particular was very visually stunning. Additionally, the cinematography is excellent and deliberate, and it was all edited together very well. The score and soundtrack also work very well to accompany the fun, intensity, and actions in various scenes in the film. It was extremely effective in my opinion. The plot focuses on Arthur Curry, aka Aquaman, as he begins his journey to fulfill his destiny and claim his place as the true king of Atlantis to defend land and sea from a pending war between the people of Atlantis and the surface dwellers plotted by his half-brother King Orm. Now, in addition to his half-brother, Arthur must also face off against Black Manta, who seeks revenge after Aquaman refuses to save his violent criminal father from a sinking submarine. And now this is probably the one knock I have on the movie, and that's Black Manta's motivation. No, I'm not saying it's a bad motivation to avenge a father's death, but the whole thing is based out of a total lack of accepting any responsibility whatsoever. Without giving any details away, I'd suggest that the father's death was completely his own fault and could have been easily avoided if it weren't for his own stupidity. And yes, I know it was Aquaman who decided to walk away, which isn't exactly heroic, and which is why it's a decision that inevitably has to come back to bite him, and that aspect of it I actually do appreciate, but I just can't stand that mentality. It's so childish. Like, I know this was 90% my doing and 10% yours, but damn it, it's all your fault. But other than that, I really enjoy the plot and how it unfolds. And like Wonder Woman, it's incredibly straightforward, and I feel like it stays pretty well focused throughout the film and keeps the energy moving well with its pacing, giving a good balance of story, character development, comedy, action, and drama. Though I will say it's definitely less of a drama-heavy movie when compared to the majority of previous installments in the DCEU. But it's great, and despite that, it still fits right in. Now, I've heard many people say that they felt like it was overly long, and whereas I can't technically disagree due to a 2.5-hour runtime, it honestly didn't feel overly long to me while watching it, so it really wasn't an issue for me. One thing that I really have to praise on is the costume design. All of the Atlantean garb and armor looks absolutely amazing. I mean, they actually pulled off making the traditionally based Aquaman costume from the comics look awesome, which is no easy feat, so job very well done. I thought every character in the movie was also very strongly written and given a substantial amount of screen time and purpose to the story, and thought that every single cast member brought their A-game to their role. Jason Momoa is again awesome in the role of Aquaman and continues to harness this fresh take on the character while keeping it steadily engaging, relatable, interesting, and entertaining. He brings the right blend of intensity and depth with fun and lightheartedness.
Could have just peed on it.
Personal controversies aside, I also have to say that I really enjoyed Amber Heard's performance as well. Mira is one of my very favorite female characters to ever exist in comics. She's a fierce warrior and an absolute force to be reckoned with. Completely stubborn, impulsive, and headstrong, but a total badass. And personally, I felt like Amber did a great job as an actress delivering on all of those qualities of the character, and had a great on-screen chemistry with Jason. Patrick Wilson is also fantastic as King Orm. Every scene that he appears in, I feel the intensity that he brings along. Whether he's being unsuspecting and strategic or emotional and reactive, he absolutely nails it. And Yahya Abdul-Mateen gives an awesome performance as Black Manta. Whereas I stick by my previous criticism of the written approach behind his motive as a character, the actor absolutely delivers on the role. I could just feel his rage and hatred for Aquaman just from the expressions on his face. Willem Dafoe as Arthur's secret ally Vulko, unsurprisingly, also does a great job in this role, as does Nicole Kidman as Arthur's mother, Queen Atlanna. Again, the action in this movie is amazing. The choreography, score, cinematography, and setting all pull together to make every single action sequence in this movie shine. Every encounter from the first fight to the final showdown feels epic, intense, fun, and big. Overall, I give the movie a rating of an 8 out of 10, and I think it's an amazingly fun inclusion into the DCEU catalog, and would strongly recommend it to anyone who loves superhero movies. But again, if you've already seen it, or you decide to go check it out after seeing this review, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I want to thank everybody for watching this review. I hope that everybody out there is doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.